My personal experience with racism has been very minimal. I haven't really experienced racism towards myself, but I have friends of various different cultures, and through my education, I've noticed that there is definitely racism out there, and that it's a disease that we have to fight. One of the most clear examples of racism for me is Survivor. When I sit down and I watch all the survivors as I'm sorting Lego, I'm realizing people don't like black people of various different cultures. And there's a fear of black people. And it is extremely painful. And it is extremely sad to watch it unfold in this package as you're going through the seasons, as you're binging the seasons and seeing. A lot of people through the pandemic have gone through and recognized things about various shows as they're binging them. Well, I'm recognizing that Survivor is riddled with racism as an example of what the world in all cultures and all avenues to the degree. And the first episode that I think really, if you want to understand the anthropology of the disease in various different ways, and the prejudice shell that has pushed people down into certain categories, is the survivor, the racist survivor, the one where they separated into blacks, Asians, Latinos, and blacks, Asian, Latinos, and whites. So you see the strengths and the weaknesses of all of pretty much as an example, I believe, of races and how they function within themselves. And I think that was the first sign of, I think, genuine racism that was happening at the time. Now, I don't want anybody to send hatred to anybody that, may have said some racist stuff or had some racist behavior in the YouTubers on the internets and whatnot. That was in the time of the past, and it happened and let it go or whatnot. We need to move forward. We need to take these lessons and see how people are treated because of the color of their skin, because of their ethnicity, things that were being said about certain groups, because of the lack of education about people, pigeoning people into specific areas. It was so painful to watch. It was extremely painful to watch, and I think that within the black community, earlier players, you start seeing that. For me, it's that painful element of being like, well, you fit into this particular category, so you need to go because you also fit into that. And no one says it. No one says it. But it's something that when you're watching the edits, when you're watching it as a whole, you're realizing the horror of what is happening. Now you're realizing also that this is being broadcasted all over the world. So this is the message that American producers are sending out. Now, is it, you know what I mean, like the chicken egg thing scenario? I think that at this point in time, it's about recognizing recognizing what is, and accepting it and moving forward and growing from it and transforming it so that we can remove racism, so we can remove those prejudices about people, and we can allow a growth of individuals to have different experiences so that way they can grow and they can trust other people before the color of their skin, because they can see into their heart and who they are through their eyes. Because everybody knows we should be judging everybody through looking into each other's eyes. It's a little true. Uh, not the color. Just you can see the soul. But that's a whole other issue. So we've got all of that. One little thing that I want to throw in about the racist survivor, the one where they separated people, is that the things that I learned was that white people think they're the best. They govern everything and they control everything, and there's this super entitlement that they're not even aware of. Black people, it's lack of experience. It's just lack of experience. It's being pigeonholed into particular areas so much that all they have is the experiences that they have been put into through generations and whatnot. Latinos is destroying each other, destroying each other for the sake of the community, sacrificing someone for the sake of the group. Asians, I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure what the difficulty of Asians is. I would say that it's the strength of unity. The strength of unity was really there, and when it started getting whittled away as individuals, it really took an individual to stand above all the races to be like, this is why I should be the winner. And I'm not gonna tell you who it is, but you can kind of guess, you know. Um, but it really showed us, and I would love for them to do it again, but with like some kind of coach for each particular race. You have a white coach, a black coach, a Latino coach, an Asian coach. You know, maybe a Middle Eastern coach, maybe other races. I don't know. I do think it's positive to understand the cultures and how we behave within ourselves and within other individuals. But after watching Survivor, I'm going to tell you the world is racist and we need to fix it. And we need to fix it now. And you see it, in the lives. And I don't mean to minimize it in any way, shape, or form, but you see it in lives being taken and people being literally terrorized. And so you see all these layers and people being hunted and murdered for the color of their skin. So it's you see all those layers and how it ripples through and it erodes at our sense of empathy for one another. What do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Are you a Survivor fan? Do you see this? Do you not see this? Are you a Survivor fan who happens to be black or Asian or Latino or white or Hispanic? Whatever. Let me know again, and you see it through those lenses. Let me know in the comment section down below. But I love you, and I want to wish you all a wonderful eternity. Take care.